started here.
Okay.
Okay, you were on the first run, right?
Yes.
Is there anything, tell me what, just say what year, 1952 was the first year we ran, and this is what I remember about it.
Leo, what year did we first run?
85.
85, wasn't it? Well, our first run in 1985, we had about 12 people run from Galesburg, and what I remember about it was hot as the devil. And we had two young kids with us who were about 12 years old, and they really weren't able to run that much, so about 9 of us really shared the load of doing most of the running.
Okay. Why did you start the run?
We started the run because we wanted to bring world-class health care for children with childhood leukemia and other childhood diseases to Western Illinois. I'm sorry about that, but that's
okay.
Because we really felt that to give the kids in Western Illinois the opportunity to have the kind of world-class treatment that St. Jude's Midwest affiliate offers is a rare opportunity that we want to keep here in Peoria and in Knox County.
And I guess probably the same reason, but why have you continued with it? Is there any specific reason beyond, the obvious one you just stated?
No, it's something that's important that needs to be done. And
okay, anyway.
Yeah.
Okay. Any specific reason? Is it you like doing it, you're a glutton for punishment or anything like that?
No, there's no specific reason other than it needs to be done for our children here in Western Illinois, and so we just want to do it.
Okay. One last thing. What do you think of these guys that do this run every year? Do you have any proud of them? You think they're crazy, or?
I was got two other things. Well, okay. Actually, we're a pretty close group here in Knox County. We've done this together for a number of years, and we really like each other and respect each other, and it's really brought a number of us much closer together. So I really care about these guys and women that I run with.
You had something else you wanted
Yeah,
to say?
you had asked, one of your questions in your note was there anything that happens on a particular place on the run or it happens during the run? One of the things that we've done over the years is had a real good time when we run. We play practical jokes on each other as we run during the day. There's a couple of spots on the run from Galesburg to Peoria where there's an especially large hill. Some of the more experienced runners make it a point of getting in the vans at that point in time and breaking in the new guys. So we have a real good time with it when we go from Galesburg to Peoria. We're looking forward to do it again this year. Okay.
Very good.
Leo!
Leo, why don't you state your name? I've got his name on a piece of paper. Why don't you tell me your name and how many years you've been doing this?
Okay, I'm Leo Busher, and we've been doing this about 5 years. We missed last year, but we're excited to be back again this year and enthusiastic. Got a good group of people looking to be there the first Saturday of August.
Okay. Why did you started this with Steve? Why did you guys get started on this?
Well, I'll tell you, it was kind of interesting. One Tuesday night, like tonight, we were out here running, and it was a real similar evening like this, and a couple brought their child out here, Bill and Patsy Bodak, and they brought little Karen out here, and Gene Pratt came down, and I can't remember if Mike came with him or not, but they talked to us about St. Jude and what they did in the Methodist Hospital in Peoria and the work they've done with cancer children, and it just touched a spot in my heart and it made me want to do it. It just touched me.
Okay. Is there any reason why you keep on doing it? Any reason besides what you just said?
Because children still have cancer and there'll always be a need for it.
Could you say, we still run because?
Okay, we still run because children still have cancer. There's not a cure for it yet. It's a lot better. They have a lot of good doctors working on it. And I'll probably continue to do it as long as I can. And the important thing is to do everything we can for our children in America and throughout the world.
Okay. Do you know any patients down there?
Not personally. We went down there on a tour one time, and I got to meet some of the kids. And I'll tell you, if anybody ever went down there and seen the kids and what they go through, it would change your life. It would change your life. It would make you want to do anything that you could to help.
Okay. Do you remember anything in particular about any of the runs, like the first run you were on that one, or anything else?
The first run, it was kind of funny. It was hot, humid. We ran a lot. I was the only one to get sick, and it was the year that Marlo Thomas was there, and we were standing on stage, and I almost made Marlo a present that she would have never forgot, but fortunately I controlled myself. And the second year, Steve got sick, and so every year it's kind of a joke among the crowd who's going to get sick next. And it's just a lot of fun, a lot of camaraderie that you don't normally find in everyday running situations. And since it's an all-day event, it's very relaxed, it's very comfortable.
Why do you run personally?
Personally, because I looked at myself one day and I said, if I don't do something about myself, I'll never be able to walk, let alone run. So it's just a matter of pride, I think, in a person. It's discipline. I'm not great at anything else. I'm not a good baseball player or any other type of sports, and running is just something that's an individual sport. It's something that you can compete within yourself and take a little pride in yourself, and it's just a personal thing, I guess.
Why do you run for St. Jude?
I run for St. Jude for the same reason. It's a personal thing. It's something I believe in, and I truly believe that it's so important to do what we can for our children, because they're our hope. And without our children, there is no hope. And so it's important to me to continue to do everything I can. And, you know, Jesus said, let the children come unto me, and, you know, I'm a Christian. I try to do what he tells me, and I truly believe that this is something he wants me to do, so I do it for that purpose.
Anything else you want to say?
Nope, just looking forward to being in Peoria.
Okay.
First Saturday of August.
Be looking forward to seeing you. Thanks a lot. Okay, David, why don't you just say your name again so I know who the heck you are.
I'm David Wilt of Knoxville.
Okay. Why do you run for St. Jude, David?
Well, actually, it really means something pretty special to me this year. My mother has cancer, and she turned 70 in October, and we don't know if she's going to make it to 70, but I went and spent some time with her out in Omaha myself, and she wanted me to do something to help out, and she'd prefer helping kids more than older people who've lived a pretty full life. You know, the kids deserve to have a pretty good life too, and I'm hoping that we can do something to accommodate that, and I hope she sees this too.
Anything else you want to say about running or St. Jude?
I'm just really looking forward to it, and I'm going to do it every year I'm alive as long as I'm healthy. That's all I can say. I'll always do it. I think it's a great cause, and I'll always be more than happy to help organize it.
Okay. Thanks a lot.
Thanks.
Appreciate it. All right.
Okay.
Why don't you state your name and it's your first year, and why do you run?
Okay, my name is Bob Burke, and this is my first year running this. And the main reason I did this is we had a friend of ours in a local organization who's gone through this program as far as his daughter, and she was detected with cancer, and now she may be fully recovered from the last I heard. And I feel like I'm a very fortunate person to be as healthy as I am, and I like to see other people and young kids in general get help so they can live a long, healthy, prosperous life.
Who was the child?
I think the man's name was Bill Bodash. I barely knew him, but I think his daughter is being helped by this. Yeah, something like that.
That's the name I have. I have two names of kids that have been gone through the program.
Yeah, I really feel fortunate. Somebody has had a lot of help, and I figured, you know, if one person get help, let's hope a lot of others can too at the same time. And like I said, this is my first time. I've really wanted to do this for a couple of years, and I've never really done anything like this before till now. And I'm really glad to have the opportunity to do this.
Okay.
And thank you a lot.
Okay, thank
That's
you.
about all I could do.
Do you want to talk to the,
Basically, I want to ask the really, it's just really just about
they run.
do they? Well, I'll ask them why, you know, basically what I'm going to do. I have like 4 questions for the organizers. Well, it's like when they started, why they keep doing it, anything from the first year, and then I'm just going to go around and ask the rest of them why they do it. Just take the best ones, cut them together. Why don't you tell us your name and how many years you've been working on this run and all that?
My name is Marilyn Knuth, and I've been with the Bloomington Runners for 5 years.
And do you actually run?
I do not run. I have never ran. I was one of the original organizers of the group.
Okay. So what was the first year they ran?
In 1985.
85. Okay. How did this get started?
Well, they always came through Bloomington for the Memphis run, and I would be sitting at telephones on the telethon not watching the runners come in, and I thought, why can't we do that? So a friend of mine was a runner, and I mentioned it to her that she watched the telethon, saw the runners, and thought it'd be a good idea. So that summer, or the fall, we started in the fall, getting the of '84 to get it organized.
Okay. Do you have any kids that are patients that you run?
No, I don't, but I do it for the kids. I have 3 healthy children that are growing now and 2 very healthy grandchildren, which I am very proud of and thankful that they are healthy, and I like to do this to help the kids that weren't as lucky as my family has been.
Is there anything you remember? Do you go long on the runs?
Yes.
Is there anything that you remember in particular from maybe the first run or any other?
What I really remember most about it, I think, is the closeness that the runners become. The first year we had it, almost everybody was strangers. Nobody knew one another. They have become friends, and each year we get new runners, and they become friends. And once they run, it just seems like they get hooked. And they want to come back next year because it's fun, and they made new friends.
Okay. Nothing in particular that you remember, any goofy stories or anything?
No, Rhonda probably can tell you more of those because she's with them from the
Okay.
beginning to the end, so she probably has some stories for you.
What do you think of these people that do this run every year?
I think it's wonderful. I really tip my hat off to the people that commit themselves to go from Memphis to Peoria. I think that's really a commitment, and you really have to be committed to do something like that. And I'm really proud of every runner we have.
How about the Bloomington runners? You think they're crazy?
No, I think they're wonderful.
Okay, that's it. Okay, Rick, tell me your name and how many years you've been running.
My name's Rick Cundiff. I've been running, this will be my 3rd year.
Okay, you're one of the organizers?
No, I'm just a runner.
Just a runner?
Yep.
Anything you remember from these runs you've done? Any anecdote or anything you tell about?
You mean along the way?
Yeah.
Remember last year was awful hot. And no, other than just we have a good time during the run. Good camaraderie, people pulling for each other, cheering for that extra mile or 2 when people get tired, and worrying about the cramps and the sore feet and all that kind of stuff. It's just a fun day.
Why do you run for St. Jude?
I got involved running because, 1, I ran quite a bit, so I felt I could physically do it. 2, anything I can do to help kids is a good cause. When you're out there running and you're down to your last breath, it seems pretty minute when you get to Peoria and you see all these kids that have serious problems, and if I can run an extra mile or an extra half mile to help those kids, it makes me feel good and makes me feel like I'm contributing something.
Okay, that's what we need. Okay, why don't you give me your name and how
Okay.
many years you've been running?
My name is Rhonda Schwab, and I've been with the St. Jude's Run for 5 years. I didn't start on the committee, but I did start out helping with the committee as far as monies collected. I did run last year and the year before. Very short distance. I'm more of a driver of the lead band than anything else,
Okay.
and an organizer.
You have a story to tell about the run. What's that?
Well, normally when we get to the McCluggage Bridge, everyone gets really thrilled because they're seeing Peoria. And they all want to jump out, and they all want to do that bridge for some reason, and everybody jumps out. We almost don't even have a driver to drive over the bridge. So it's kind of exciting because you see Peoria and you know that you're almost there, so you get the thrill of actually going over it. There was, I think 3 years ago, it was like 110, and I was in one of the second vans as the caravan, and we had the air conditioner running, and we were driving like 5 miles an hour, and we had just before getting to Washington, it conked out on us, Everyone gets out of our van and leaves me and Melody there in the middle of nowhere saying they're going to send someone back. Well, it seemed a lot longer than about 30 minutes in that heat, no water.
So everybody likes to hit that bridge. Huh?
That's, yeah.
Why'd you get involved with this run for St. Jude?
It started out when I moved here 5 years ago. The person that I had worked for was running in the run. And I went downtown to the courthouse where the run was starting. And at that time, the Memphis runners were coming into Bloomington, and we were all running together. We do that differently now. And just watching them and following them along the route, and then getting to Peoria and seeing the kids there cheering us on, getting into the Civic Center, and the group of people who are so appreciative of the funds that are raised to help, you know, all these children. Like Marilyn said earlier, it's just something you get in you and you just don't want to get rid of it.
Okay, anything else you have to say about this?
No.
No? Okay.
Not that I can think of it, except that we've got a lot of great runners from Bloomington.
Okay. Kevin, why don't you tell me your name and how many years you've been running?
Okay. My name is Kevin Hyde. I'm from Bloomington. This will be my 4th run for St. Jude. I've been at it basically because of what St. Jude does for the kids. A lot of friends got me into it. I wasn't in the first year that they ran from Bloomington, but a friend of mine at work got me into it, and she said you just can't understand what it's like until you participate in the run. And having watched the telethon for years, and about that time my first child was born, and so I got to feeling that, you know, gee, it's really different once you have children of your own and you worry about cancer and what are your kids going to develop or how they're going to be. And so St. Jude offers those people more than just medical care, I think. Medical care is great, but I think it's the hope and the support and the understanding and the patience. And when you run into the Civic Center, when you finish that long day and it's, you know, everybody's pretty shot physically, but when you see those kids and they're out there cheering for you and they appreciate so much what you're doing and their parents appreciate it so much, it just makes the whole day worthwhile. I mean, that last 3 minutes, I'd run for 2 days just for that last 3 minutes.
Jeez. Okay, that's good.
Okay.
Hey, Roger, why don't you tell me, state your name and how long you've been running, and tell me why you run for the St. Jude kids.
All right. My name is Roger Windhorn. I've probably been running since I was a senior in college, which would have been about 72. Been running ever since. I got interested in this run, I think, because I have a very good friend, Kate Immig, who has been treated at St. Jude's down in Memphis. And we've always had an interest in doing anything that we could to help St. Jude's, whether it's a local affiliate here in Peoria or whether it's the St. Jude's down in Memphis. And I guess that's how I got interested in it. And last year, we really enjoyed it. It was a hot day, reached 101 or 102, I guess, by the time we got to Peoria, but really enjoyed it, and I'm all excited about doing it again this year.
Okay, that's all there is to it.
Good enough.
Okay, why don't you tell me your name and how old you are and how many years you've been running for St. Jude?
Okay. My name is Tom Hawes. I ran, this is my 3rd year in running. I'm 12 years old. I'm going to be in 7th grade this coming year.
Why do you run for St. Jude?
Well, for the most part, I guess I enjoy running. I like running because I know I'm going to help somebody at St. Jude Hospital. And it's fun running with everybody else in the run.
You know any of the kids that are being treated down there?
There's one that lived in, I think, Kappa. I forgot his name.
Okay. That's great. That's all I needed. Just want to know why you guys run. Tell me about that. You know somebody that
Who's the other one?
I can't remember his name. There's one in Secor, it's Roy Shadowman.
Go ahead. Tell me.
I know 2 former patients. One's Roy Shadowman from Secor, and the other one is Craig Reeves, I think from Deer Creek.
Does it help to know the kids and know that they're getting some, you know?
Yeah, Craig Reeves is one of my good friends, and he's ran, I think, for the last 2 or 3 years too.
Does that help you when you get out there and it's hotter than heck?
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks a lot. Okay.
Sounds right.
tell me your name. Or
Now?
who among you is the patient?
Me.
You're the patient?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Why don't you give me your name, how old you are, and why you want to run for St. Jude?
My name is Adam Denman. I'm age 10, and I want to run for St. Jude because I'm a patient.
That's all?
Mm-hmm.
Would you do that one more time and look right here when you do it?
Okay.
What about the other kids?
He's the patient.
Right. Go ahead, do one more time, just what you did.
And they've helped you.
Help. My name is Adam Denman. I'm age 10, and I want to run for St. Jude because I'm a patient and I want to help all the other sick kids.
That's good. Why don't you tell me your name, your age, and why you run for St. Jude.
I'm Justin Denman. I'm 11 years old, and I run for St. Jude because my brother's a patient there, and I want to help other kids. This will be my second year running, and I hope I raise enough money to help a lot of kids.
Okay. All right, why don't you give me your name and tell me, like, this is your first year running, and why are you going to run for St. Jude?
Okay.
Go ahead.
Well, my name's David Darnall. I'm with Darnall Printing in Bloomington, and I was approached to run in St. Jude's because I am a runner and I do like to run, and the cause couldn't be any better for children. I have children myself, and I know of some children that could use the help that I know personally, and in a way this is maybe a small way that I might be able to contribute one way or another, so I'd be happy to do it.
That's it?
That's it.
Okay.
Pretty easy, huh?
Yeah.
I ran out of tape. I probably got about 30 seconds of tape left at the most. At the most. That timed out pretty good.
Yeah, that's good.
Thanks a lot, man.
Yeah, we appreciate it.
You're going to be there tomorrow night at the Civic Center.
And I'll bring some pictures.
And I'll get those back to you.
Would you think be enough?
Huh?
A dozen or so
I
be
think
enough?
so. Just various things. Try and get different stuff if you can. You know, like, I don't know. Wider
I got
shots and
some at
closer.
home.